Hey everybody, it's Mazzy616 here with another video for you today, and sorry for being gone for so long. This video should go up on a Saturday, so hey, special Saturday video. Had a sinus infection that put me down for the last week, but without any further ado, we've got the Dimir controlled Challenger deck reviews. So we're going to go over this, see what the good cards are in it. There's only 3 that are really worth mentioning, whether or not you should get it, whether or not I can get into it. So if you're new here, please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you want to see opened. We'll have the mono white aggro deck probably go out Monday, and then that should be all of the standard challenger decks. So hey, there we go, finally got that done. Getting what's in the box, you have a 60 card deck, which is this part right here. You have a 15 card sideboard and tokens. You have a nifty little deck box. I kind of like the colors of it. Wish it had more on it. It seems a bit bland, to be honest, compared to some of the stuff they've done in the past, but let's go and take a look at this. So we're going to use the easy open tab that you can find right here, if you can even work it, because I'm having trouble with everything. I apologize if I'm talking a little fast or a little slow. I am pretty worn out, but I wanted to get a video out to you guys, especially after the other 2 challenger decks took off how they did. Thank you everybody who's watched them. Thank you everybody who's joined because of them. I'm going to try not to let you down. Look at the 15 card sideboard here in a minute. And let's go through here. So we have a Graveyard Trespasser. As usual, on the rares, I'll have a value pop up on there. And if it's a big one, you'll get a nice little sound. It goes tsh. I'm going to mention a few as we go through. The professor had mentioned something about he doesn't understand why they did the mirror control. There's another better control deck. Ooh, Field of Ruin. That looks pretty cool. But all in all, not too bad. March of Wretchful Sorrow. So, macabre, there we go. Power word: kill, destroy target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon. Too many nons. That is just, yeah, I mean, it's a decent card. Murder works a little better. Baleful Mastery is not a bad card. Overall, if you enjoy playing decks like this, then definitely the other card that fell was a Saw It Coming. I like Dimir Rogues better, which is the Pioneer deck that came out last year. So there was more in it that interests me. Now there are 2 cards I believe in here that interest me. They are one and the same. You got Parasitic Grasp, Hero's Downfall, target creature planeswalker. That's a little better, but for the 2 black cost, there are better kill spells out there. Creatures that are the chosen type get -3/-3 until end of turn. Crippling Fear, that's useful. I mean, it's a semi-board wipe. Memory Deluge. This is one of the big ones that I was looking at. Let's see, look at the top X cards in your library, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this spell. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Flashback, you may cast it from your graveyard for its splash. Oh, that's actually not bad. Now I know why it's in here. So for 4, you look at 4 cards, and then you put 2 into your hand, put the rest on the bottom, and then later on in the game, you cast it for its 7 mana cost. You look at 2 and put 5 on bottom of your library in any random order. And there are in fact 2 Memory Deluge, or there are 4. There's 4 Memory Deluge, not bad. Got Infernal Grasp. Ismarith, Desert Doom. This is the one that I was interested in. This is the Adventures in the Forgotten Realm Blue Dragon. I have pulled this dragon, but it's nice to see it work its way into a deck. Has Ward 4 as long as it's untapped, which means if you don't attack with it, it pretty much doesn't die. Whenever Ismarith deals combat damage, draw a card, and if you have fewer than 3, draw cards equal to the difference. So this is a very good card. Then you've got another one. So that was one reason I wanted to do it. Blood on the Snow. Return mana cost is the amount. Return a creature card with converted, where X is the amount of snow cast spent the spell. So you can get up to 4 mana cost back, because I think all lands in here are snow lands. And this is the final card, Hullbreaker Horror. This is a $7 card as of the time of recording, between $6 and $7. Flash, the spell can't be countered. Choose up to 1. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So if you have things with landfall, stuff like that, you can bounce them. Hullbreaker Horror finds its way into a lot of interesting things. You've got an Ice Tunnel where it's tapped for blue or black. That's pretty cool, and it's considered a snow land. You got Hall of Storm Giants. Enters the battlefield tapped. It's a slow, or it's a quick land. Until end of turn, it becomes a 7/7 blue giant creature with Ward 3. It's still, I mean, it doesn't have haste though, so I'm not sure you can use it. Evolving Wilds, of course. Shipwreck Marsh. which is the slow land of this set. So it's not a bad one. You got snow-covered swamp, some snow-covered islands, and you've got a dungeon module evolving wilds, which is okay, but not too bad. So Hullbreaker Horror is really the standout card of this whole set. I know a lot of people were, I mean, whenever it was first released, it would have done better. For some reason, they made Ismarith the kind of focus of this. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, yeah, you've got a bit of control. You can kind of bounce things back. You can draw cards, things like that. But I think Hullbreaker Horror does more for the deck than the Dragon does. Let's go and see what's in the sideboard. You've got Catgeist, which is a pain in the patella if you've ever played with it. It can be irritating. Combat damage to a player, draw a card, disturb. You can bring it back. Whenever you bring it back, it's an aura that has whenever that creature deals damage, draw a card, and then you exile it afterwards. Not a bad card. You could put it on Ismarith or something like that and be able to get over people. Duress, non-creature non-land card, discard it. Siphon Insight, top 2 cards of target opponent's library. You may look and play the exiled card for as long as it remains exiled. Spend mana as though mana of any color, plus flashback. That's pretty cool. Let's see, you got another Duress. You got a Negate. Classic one. I think Kaldheim's rotating out, so I'm not sure how long, like this is a Kaldheim card. If you were to update parts of this deck, it would probably be pretty decent. If not, combine it with a Dimir Rogues deck and play Pioneer. So you got blood tokens, you got a lot of double-sided cards because there are a lot of double-sided, and more blood tokens. So I'm assuming that came with the vampires there at the end of here. I'll put them down, I think I did. Give me just a second. So Bloodveil Purveyor, yeah, blood token. So we've seen Bloodveil Purveyor before, but we'll go over it one more time. Flying and Trample. It's a 5/6 for 4, which isn't bad. Cast a spell, that player creates a blood token. Attacks, it gets +1/+0 for each blood token defending player controls. So you're giving your opponent access to siphon through their deck, but at the same time, you're kind of giving yourself access to more mana. So all in all, not a bad deck. Of these, I would still go for the Growl Stompy. Overall, if I had to pick one of the decks to play, I'm going to try and find those dragons, just because I like it. Imarith, not Ismarith, my bad. Yeah, that's probably the highlight card for me. For a lot of other people, it's the Hullbreaker Horror right here. But between these 3 cards, I want to say you got a decent $12 out of it. So if you like the cards in the deck, I would play it, but otherwise I would just stick with getting Growl Stompy or the Mono White Aggro, which that one will go out on Monday if you guys want to check that out. Mono White Aggro seems to be one of the better, what's the word I'm looking for, actual competitive ones. I know you have to make a few changes to it, and it may be the one that has the card that's banned in Standard, which is ironic enough because it was printed, but it got banned here recently. So thank you guys. I enjoy everybody that watches the videos. I greatly appreciate it. If you could like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see, and look forward to that video on Monday on Mono White Aggro. But as always, guys, see you next time.